Yo, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? I'm going to jump on here and on Sundays, I do a lot of one-on-one coaching. I've talked to a lot of you, and I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown. I find myself having the same conversation, kind of explaining what I do. And just remember, everything that I explain is the way that I do it. It's only one way. And my goal is to obviously target fat and to build muscle. So, other people drink it for different reasons, but just remember, if you want to lose fat while you're drinking ketones, reduce your caloric intake, use ketones as your primary fuel source. You know what I mean? Run on ketones most of the day if you can. And then choose like an eating plan or whatever. I do Pruvit's Core 4, and people are like, can you tell me what it is? Literally, it's 4 days out of the week, I choose to work harder than normal. So like 4 days a week, I really try to eat right. And what I do is I start every week with trying to eat right. So like my very first time doing the Pruvit Core 4, my goal was to do my first 4 strict days, and then I can relax the last 3. So I did really good the first day. The second day we were out and about. We went through the drive-through. I ruined it. But the cool thing is on day 3, I start my second clean day again. So the cool thing is changing everything at once is super overwhelming for people. If people literally just start drinking ketones, you'll start making better decisions. You'll eat less. You'll have a little bit more energy. You'll start moving more. You won't yell at your kids as much. It's once you introduce the ketones, that's really when they start getting to work. So, out of the gate, I just say only eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, try to drink 1 or 2 ketones a day. And then we can tighten everything else up. So for me, this is what I do. I do intermittent fasting most every day. I just don't eat until, noon or 1, sometimes even later. I wake up in the morning, but my very first thing is like I'll take my vitamins and stuff, and I use a Mitoplex first thing in the morning. So I mix like 16, 18 ounces of water, a bunch of ice, a Mitoplex, get my vitamins and stuff in. And also what that's doing is it's getting ahead of any hydration issues. So ketones work the best if you're completely hydrated with the right amount of electrolytes, because remember, electrolytes is how our body communicates with electricity. If you are not properly hydrated, you are wasting the ketones, if you ask me. So anyways, first thing in the morning, get a high-speed electrolyte. Ours is the best, if you ask me. All the other stuff has sugar in it, and it's easy because I just keep it on my smart ship. And then, like when I go to the gym, I use ketones, I use creatine, and I use an arginine supplement, which is like a nitric oxide. They're super cheap. And so what I do is, so think about this. Nitric oxide for muscle is a vasodilator. So, think about the veins. People are like, why would you want veins? It's not necessarily about the veins. It's about turning your veins from a 2-lane road to a 4-lane road. So think about this. When you're working out and you get that pump, your body's getting rid of lactic acid and all the nonsense, and it's bringing in all the good stuff. A vasodilator allows the 2-lane road to become a 4-lane road. So you get rid of the nonsense and you get the good stuff. You keep a good pump during the day. I feel with a nitric oxide supplement that creates a pump, you are not required to do as much in the gym. I feel better than I have in my whole entire life, but I feel like I'm not working as hard as I was before. And I think it's because of the ketones. So that's what the nitric oxide, I put that with my ketones. And I also use a creatine. Look up creatine monohydrate. I think it's amazing if it's used the right way, because it keeps your muscle cells volumized. Once again, it just creates a perfect atmosphere for muscle growth. So before I go to the gym, I use nitric oxide, creatine, and then I mix it with a ketone. And it depends on what I'm doing, right? So if I'm just gonna go to the gym, I'll be there in like an hour, I'll drink this. if I'm going to go to the gym and I want to get silly at the gym, or I'm dragging ass or whatever, I'll use this because the Unleashed has 30% more caffeine, 30% more ketones. It's got some other high-speed stuff in it, and I just feel like I get more done. Or if I'm walking into the gym, I'll use a Mexican ketone. Because these put you in ketosis within 5 to 10 minutes. When you introduce these to your mouth, your body actually starts absorbing the ketones, and you can induce ketosis within 5 or 10 minutes. So this is like, I want to go, I'm going right now. I was late mixing these or whatever. And then I work out. And me personally, I've always been the dude who was told to drink protein shakes after you get done working out and eat and all the other stuff. I've done research. I follow a lot of people like Ryan Lowry and Jacob Wilson. And if I'm targeting fat and I get done working out, if I introduce some ketones and electrolytes post-workout, I feel like my body is still burning my fat. And I know that's weird. I have zero science behind it. But ever since I stopped drinking protein shakes after my workouts, I feel like I'm getting shredded and I'm keeping the muscle. But I'm also eating enough protein other places. So, take that with a grain of salt. But, if you have a bunch of body fat, your body knows how to use that as fuel. So if we keep our body properly hydrated, fueled with ketones, so our body doesn't turn catabolic and start burning muscle, then to me the only thing left is fat, and my results have been incredible. So and then again, if like afternoon, like I go pick up the kids around 3, I'll drink another nat. So if I drink one nat in the morning, one nat in the afternoon, I'm going to be in ketosis 8 to 12 hours of the day. And then if I want another kick in the pants, I'll have a keto up, or I'll have a keto kick. And what happens is, as you start drinking this and you start getting the results, you'll have more options with product, because if you're sharing this, even as a customer, you'll be buried in free product. So you'll have a little bit more luxury. So the way that I'm explaining this isn't me trying to talk you into ketones. I got a shit done with one a day. I got a lot done with one a day. So, and I can help you do that as well. But if you're drinking this, getting results, and all of a sudden, you're getting a bunch of free product, you're going to have the luxury to drink 2, 3, 4 a day. And then you're going to be running off ketones instead of glucose. And we all know how we feel when we run off ketones. So that's 8 minutes, man. That was long. I hope people made it to the end. If you guys have questions or anything like that, please reach out. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you have a great week. Peace.